Hi guys, welcome back to Fun Car Reviews. In today's video I wanted to make an improvised review of this car. So it's the Q3 of 2018 or 19 of 150 horsepower with the DSG gearbox. And this car, you know, I wanted to see it from up close since a long time. I've been inside twice in this car, but I've never driven it before. So I just like to see with you, you know, how this car drives. And for the car, for the body, is just exceptional. I really love this front bumper with all those, you know, lines that you have here. They really made a good body for this car. It's really nice. It's really impressive to look. It's, you know, sporty, it's modern, it's no design. And so we've got some big wheels here. So those are 19 inches wheels, and we have the Daytona gray paint job, I think. I don't exactly remember. So this car is not too big and it's not too small either. It's a nice SUV, that's for sure, with a lot of space inside. So we're going to see how it feels inside the car, how comfortable I'm feeling inside. So let's see. Now let's start with the back. So here we have a very nice design for the door. So we have some soft plastic. We have the little chrome thing, the chrome line with the ambient light inside. We have this kind of leather and this hard plastic. We have some space here to put a phone or a little bottle, and we have those beautiful seats, very nice. So here we have some tissue and I forgot the word. We have some tissue and some leather, and let's see how comfortable we are in the car. Okay, so the front seat here is configured for my height, so let's say 182 centimeters, and we see that we have a lot of leg rooms. It's very comfortable. The position when you are seated is also very good. You are not too low, not too high, or, you know, the inclination it's just perfect. They're very comfortable, very nice also to touch and to see. And for the head, well, we still have a couple of centimeters, I guess maybe like 5 or 7 centimeters of height available for me. We have the sunroof, and we have the panoramic roof also, so we have a big view. We have a nice panorama in front of us, so, you know, you don't feel, you know, you cannot be claustrophobic in this car. Nice view. And here, what do we have? A lot of some space here to put a bottle, and we have the ventilation here, so we cannot control the temperature but only the airflow, the power of the airflow. So from the back, it's a very good space, very comfortable if you like to make some long trips, that's for sure. Now for the back, let's see in the trunk. So we have the option to open the trunk with the foot. So let's see. Okay, so here you can see that we have a lot of trunk space. Now there's just something that I forgot to do, is that here the trunk is configured, you know, to be lower. Usually it's a little bit higher, but now as I only have one hand, I'm not sure I can show you. So it can be a little bit lower, which is already the case right now. And if you would like to have more space, you can also take this completely off from both sides. Here you have this cover that can go. This came from the R3 that the owner had before, and you can put this on the seats, on the back seats, because you can put them completely flat, so you can protect them while you are loading stuff in the car. And you can also put this part here on the rear bumper, so when you're going to load stuff, you will not scratch your paint here. So it's very well designed, very well thought by Audi, that's for sure. And now I know that we can change the inclination of the seat, and you can also advance it, so you can have you know, more space if you want to, here or in the trunk if you need to have more space. So you can with the handle here, which is just here, we can advance the seat. So I'm just going to do it for this one. Let's see. It's not really practical. Up. And now I'm a little bit stuck in the car. And oh, I forgot to show you also here that you have, I think I forgot, so you have the armrest here with 2 cup holders. Okay, so that's also practical, and you can independently just put this this one down. So if you have, you know, some if you like to go skiing, you can put them here without having, you know, to put everything down. And now I'm going to try to put this down, okay, like this. Okay, and same from the other side. And there we go. Perfect. And you still have a little bit of space there if you have to put some little stuff. And this makes a big trunk. So it's not completely flat, but it still makes you a very good trunk space. So now let's just close the trunk. Perfect. It's very, you know, a lot of they've put a lot of thought in those kind of cars at Audi, that's for sure. Now for the front, what do we have here? So we have the same design for the door with the chrome line and the ambient light, and we have here a ton of space to put a, you know, this is a 1.5 liter bottle. It goes almost completely to the back, so we have a lot of space here. Nothing special. You have the usual buttons, and now for the seats. The front seats are just great. Leather, tissue. For the sports seats, you really are well, you know, you don't move. You are well seated. It's very comfortable, that's for sure. Now I'm going to sit inside and see. Okay. Oh, you really feel very well in this car, that's for sure. Very comfortable for long trips. So you still have the space there for the bottles, and you have here a little space bigger than my car, I guess. We can have the SD card for the multimedia interface and a SIM card. Okay, so now what do we have here? So we have the wireless charging. We have, I guess this might be a USB-C port, probably a USB port for the Apple CarPlay or Android CarPlay. We have the gear thingy here, nothing special, and we have the auto hold feature with the handbrake, and we have, you know, 2 cup holder with a little bit of space just right here. We have these standard buttons like my A3. We don't have the drive select though. I'm not sure that you can configure this anywhere else in this car. It should be here. And we have the autopilot or auto park pilot. I don't remember how it's called. The radar and the the auto start and stop. Now we have the virtual cockpit, which is really great. We have this big tablet-like screen, and we have this beautifully designed wheel. I forgot the word now, sorry. So this is very beautiful, and I really love the fact that here, you know, it's not round, it's very it's flat. I really like it. Now nothing really special. We have the standard button to adjust the lights, the side lights, and the fog light in the back. Because I think that those cars, when they have, you know, the light to the side to help you with the visibility, you do not really have fog lights. It's a bit different, I guess. And what do we have? Nothing special. Actually, you can control the gears here, and you have the standard, you know, commodos. I think you can call it like this in English too. So, and here to control the ACC with the car. So now just let's start the car just to see what we can have. Okay, MMI Navigation Plus. Let's wait for it to start. Let's see if we can go to the home menu first. So let's go to some of these settings. So first of all, it's very fluid. It's it's very fast. It's responsive. That's what I want to say. It's very, very responsive. It's quite nice to play with the screen. So you have the radio, media, telephone, navigation, phone application, car. So what do we have in the car? We have the air conditioning for the auto recirculation. Okay. We have lights and vision, so we can have the exterior lighting, automatic headlights, entry exit lights, which is quite practical when you go out the car or you would like to enter the car. Background lighting, so you can choose from the colors. Okay, we have like a lot of them, so that's nice. So we have 30 different kinds of colors. Well, that's just great. For the brightness, we can control the front view and the doors. Okay, so I guess that the front is probably more here in front of me and beneath. And for the doors, well, it's for the little chrome stuff that I've shown you before. And you can choose, you know, the intensity. So we have the rain sensor. For the parking aid, so we have the automatic activation, so you know when you drive and you have an object, when you drive slowly and you have an object in front of you, it will activate the visual sensors here. And we have the volume, the entertainment fader, and the recross traffic assist. So I guess that if someone suddenly, you know, it gets behind you while you are going back, it will the car will brake automatically. We have the driver assist, so the speed warning, which is, I guess, manually handled. So it means that I have to configure it here, and it's not dynamic, you know, depending on what is on the road signals. We have the ACC here. Okay, store the last distance, I guess, because we have between 3 or 5, now I don't remember, different kind of distance that the car will leave in front of the other car when you are behind it. And you can store the distance, and you have the driving program, moderate, standard, dynamic. So I guess this is more, you know, the car will brake, maybe it will be more comfortable. If you're on moderate, it will be more brutal in dynamic, for example. The same for the acceleration, I guess. So we have the distance warning. So I guess if you're on the highway and then you are too close of the front car, you will have a warning. I guess that I also have this in my car, but I cannot configure it. I don't remember seeing this. And you have the presense, with the advanced warning, we can have the off, early, medium, late. So now what I don't know, if the car will brake, because I don't know if there is an option, you know, if you have to have an option for the car to be able to brake automatically, or if it's only a warning, because there is a sensitivity level here that I guess I'm not seeing. I'm not sure, maybe I'm mistaken, but I don't know if it will brake automatically. So we have the side assist here. Okay, with the brightness, I guess this is for the brightness in the mirror here. And we have, what do we have? Rest recommendation and lane departure warning. Vibration. Okay, now this is the one actually I'm not sure about, because in this menu, I'm sure that in my car I have to choose the sensitivity, you know, if it's going to be early or late, if I am getting too close of a lane, but now here I'm not seeing this setting. Then we have the settings and services. Okay, steering wheel button. So this is, you know, your favorite button, which is this one. You can do all this kind of stuff. And this is actually almost like my car, nothing special. Central locking. Okay, doors to unlock, driver's door, long press to open windows with the remote, or fold mirrors. Will it fold the mirrors if I close the door? Okay, so that's quite standard. And we have service intervals, wiper change position. Okay, nothing special. So this is for the car. Now we have the settings. We can have settings of the car now for the date and time, the measurement units, etc., etc., legal information, display and brightness. So we have the cockpit dimming. I think this is more I've tried to change, but I do not see any difference once, so I'm guessing maybe if it's the car is on, or maybe I need to go back to the menu to save, I'm not sure. We have the MMI with the screen cleaning, so I guess this is to turn off the screen so you can clean it without, you know, touching the buttons. And we have the virtual cockpit settings. So we have no display, consumption display, average speed. Okay, so this is not my car, so obviously I'm not going to change the stuff right now. You have different kind of styles. So here we are in the classic mode. We're not in the dynamic or sports, so I will not change it right now. Maybe in another video if I can. System maintenance. Okay, software updates, automatic online map update. Okay, so that's quite practical. And connection settings, connected devices, etc., etc. I will not go through all the menus. And what do we have? Also, maybe nice, we have the weather. Okay, so let's see. It's quite fast. Well, it's quite fast, that's for sure. You can see the details, the 7 days, and you can also click on Sunday. Okay, so that's very nice, very nice, very responsive. That's just great. They really did it well. Now for the virtual cockpit. So what do we have? We have, as usual, to change the menu. This is really great. You can change also the view. That's just very good. You have a big view. And we can go, let's go to the car, and then we can have all this view. We have the consumption with the little battery. When you are braking, it will regenerate the 12-volt battery. And we have the usual stuff: short-term memory, long-term memory, energy consumers, and driver assist. Okay, so that's what's it for the inside and outside. Now let's go make a little drive of this car. Okay, so let's see how this car drives. Let's see. Okay, so we don't have the drive select, so I guess that if I take off, let's see, if I take off my foot off the pedal, I think that it should go into, you know, some kind of neutral. And so the car is extremely easy to drive, very easy. It's like this car is very light, sorry, in terms of weight. Let's see for the consumption. Okay. Very easy to drive. It's very sensitive, so the car feels extremely light when driving. Okay, the gearbox is comfortable enough. And the silence, you don't hear anything from the outside. It's, well, you know, you're in some kind of a protective bubble. You don't hear the engine too much. No, it's okay. It's very comfortable, very easy. I really like this car. If it was, you know, available in hybrid like an e-tron, probably I would have taken one like that, because you have so much space, you know, when you're driving. You can feel that you have a lot of space beside you. It's very, very comfortable, that's for sure. The suspension is okay. It's not too hard, but it's not too soft either, you know, it's just right, you know, like a standard car. Nothing in particular to say here, just the sensation when you drive, you feel protected, you feel secure, and you could drive, you know, for long hours without, let's say, without stopping. I'm feeling that this car is a two-wheel drive, you know, front drive only. It's not a 4x4. I'm driving this car with the same confidence than my car. It's very easy to drive. We are just at 50 kilometers per hour, okay, and we have a consumption of less than 4 liters per 100 kilometers. So it's in terms of consumption, yeah, that's okay. Here you can see now we are just in D, so the car is in neutral. If I start to brake, it will engage the gear again, and of course if I accelerate, it will engage the gear once more. Well, of course. So we have 150 horsepower, so that's for sure, that's not a lot. Well, that's enough for city driving anyway. It's not much, of course, and as it's only an fuel engine, not like my car with the electric motor, you know, there is less torque and power, you can feel it. But otherwise, great car, great car. And to help with the consumption, you have the start and stop system. Okay, so what in the roundabout, what happened is that I went below 8 kilometers per hour, and the car suddenly, you know, stopped. Or maybe I was at 3 kilometers per hour, and the engine stopped. And I guess that the problem that I just had right now is that I lost, you know, the control, not really the control, but then it, you know, it started to get hard, so I was not able to move it. But suddenly, well, I had to accelerate a little bit, so oh, there we have the signal not to go left. I guess that if I try, it will, yes, it will flash. It will flash orange. So it's always orange. It's not like some Mercedes, for example. I guess that it's on orange, and if you still want to go, it will be on red. Now it stays orange. Okay, so why not? It just flashes when you have someone beside you. I'm still old school, so of course I'm still doing the head movement when I change lane. Anyway, I would always do that, although I have all the help, the electronic. I would still do it anyway, just to be sure. It's just here to help you, not to replace completely. To replace, the fact that you have to be aware of the road at all time. Okay, so let's go. I do hear, I'm not sure, I feel that I'm hearing some gearbox noise a little bit. It seems more present than in my E3 e-tron. I precise because the gearbox might be different anyway, a bit different. I do hear some noise that I already heard in some Polo GTI, for example. You hear some kind of mechanical noise, a bit weird. It's not very strong actually, it's just that I am myself extremely aware of strange noises in the car. I'm very used to detect those noises. It just happened once now, but it's not a big deal anyway. Now, in terms of comfort, with the the fact that the car will go in neutral when you don't when you are on a flat surface, the fact that you accelerate again will engage the gear. In terms of comfort, the fact that the gear is not always engaged, I do feel that it's less comfortable, less reactive. I'm not really, I don't really like this kind of way of working of the gearbox in terms of comfort. I don't really like this. Car is very silent, very comfortable. The suspension, I do find them, now we had a big bump, I do find them a little bit I want to say hard, maybe harder than my car, but it's still okay, though it's it's very subjective, but I still find them a little bit harder than my car. Comfortable, but still a little bit hard. You can see the GPS. Oh, it's so nice to have such a GPS view, so big, just in front of you, almost in the line of sight. I really do enjoy this. Very, very big. And also no one's behind me, and we have a stop sign, so I guess that we can also put the navigation screen here. Oh, someone behind, let's go. I guess, can I pinch to zoom? Yes, I can. Perfect. Okay, so we have both navigation view. It's just amazing. It's amazing, very practical. Okay guys, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any kind of comments or questions, just feel free to ask them. But for the final review of this car, I extremely like it. It's comfortable, it's practical, it's full of options that we have in this car. We have the rear camera, we have the symbols here for the sensors, you know, 360 sensors, and very practical. We have a lot of trunk space and a lot of a nice general volume in the car for the passenger and the trunk. And for myself, if I could, probably I would have taken such a car if it was, you know, a hybrid one. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time. Bye bye.